Today is April 22nd, and here is COVID-19 Local Impact Ottawa Valley. I'm Tiana Tierney. Here is a look at the COVID-19 situation at the latest update. We had no new confirmed cases, no new deaths, and 6 resolved cases. Total tests done sit at 1,181, and negative tests now sit at 1,064, and we are currently waiting for the results of 103 tests. In Ontario, the number of cases went up by 510, bringing it up to 12,245. That is a 4.3 increase from the last report. 659 deaths have been reported, along with 6,221 resolved cases, and total testing has now reached over 184,000. That is an increase of over 10,000 at the 10:30 a.m. update, April 22nd. To start the program, we are going to hear from Heather Jobe, Community Development Coordinator for the Ontario SPCA Renfrew County Animal Centre. She reminds us that the Animal Centre is closed. However, if you do need to reach them, there are resources available. She shares those with us. She also has a special shout out to supportive volunteers during this National Volunteer Week. Heather offers unique ideas to keep your pets occupied while social distancing.
So our animal center is temporarily closed right now. We do have staff that's working every single day to look after the animals in our care, but in order to limit person-to-person contact, it's really important that we don't have public coming in on a regular basis. So the animals, our animal numbers are definitely increasing. We are still bringing animals in, and we still are seeing stray animals. But our team that's behind the scenes is working just feverishly every day to make sure that these guys are enriched and looked after and loved and cared for, and they're really doing a great job. So right now our adoptions are on hold, and we definitely want to see these guys all find loving homes. Eventually, we know that the best place for them is going to be in their own homes, but for the time being, we really need to do our part to make sure that we're not, we're just doing our part to kind of slow and stop the spread of COVID-19. Our staff here is our animal care team. That's our core team. So we have our animal care staff, we've got RVTs as well, and our team rotates. So they're doing their part to make sure that they're not, they're limiting as much contact with each other as well. We've got a really good system going. We do have a great volunteer family, and we sure do miss them, and we miss their support and their help as well, and the animals really miss them as well. But again, we just have our core team coming in to make sure that the animals are being looked after. How about a big thank you? And you can't imagine how much we miss you. We miss seeing your faces, and we miss seeing how, we have so many that come in every day that are so excited to see the animals, and so excited just to make a difference, whether they're coming in for an hour a week or several hours a week, or whether we just see them every couple of months. That is one thing that we certainly feel that void, and our staff does too. They've all expressed to us, especially with National Volunteer Week this week, that it is that whole expression, you don't know what you've got till it's gone. That really rings true here, because our volunteers come in, and whether they're playing with a cat, or whether they're counseling for an adoption, or they're driving some puppies to a new location where they can be adopted. There's so many different pieces of the puzzle. So yeah, I guess just thank you would be, and we can't wait for things to, I guess, get back to normal when we see you again. But we're still engaging with our volunteers, and we want people to know that the volunteer program has not disappeared by any means. So there's still different ways to to become involved, best bet is to keep an eye on our website, ontariospca.ca/Renfrew, and just keep an eye there for volunteer opportunities that will definitely come up in the near future. I don't know about anybody else, but I think my dogs are sick of just going for walks, as crazy as that sounds. I share my home with 4 dogs and a bearded dragon. He's pretty laid back and doesn't require too much of my attention, I guess you could say. He's pretty laid back. But the dogs, yeah, you just got to look for different things that you can maybe do each day and really take into consideration that they're all a little different, right? And most of us work during the day, or we're maybe away from the home, so we don't kind of see what they're doing all day. So it's a really good opportunity to kind of see how they live. Like, I never thought my dogs slept this much. I guess I always thought they were just doing things while I was gone, but they do sleep an awful lot. I try to do things as simple as maybe changing your the way that you feed them. Is a really good way to offer them a little bit of different enrichment and stimulate them a little differently. So rather than feeding your dog in a bowl, perhaps you could feed your dog in these snuffle mats. These are awesome. This is like a rubber dish mat basically with strips of fleece that are tied on. What you basically do is you can put a whole meal right in here where you're putting kibble in between the fleece. So it kind of brings out that natural rooting instinct, and it gives them something to do, right? So it's like the best boredom buster ever. You can make them from home, and we've got instructions on how to make them on our website at ontariospca.ca/Renfrew. But they're a fantastic idea. You can throw them in the wash, and it just gives them another option rather than just eating from a bowl all the time. Like, we should probably have snuffle mats for humans. Because it might slow us down a little bit, and they're just a little bit more stimulating, right? And we're all looking for things to do with our animals, so this is a good way. Food puzzles, great way to enrich them and engage them and change it up a little bit. And they're easy, lots of different ideas. Actually, shelterhealthpro.com is also a really good resource. That's through the Ontario SPCA too, but lots of great ideas on there to help keep them doing stuff while you're at home with them. In response to all of the many challenges brought on by COVID-19, the Ontario SPCA has launched a fundraising initiative known as the Urgent Animal Care Fund. It is a fund that will help provide resources to not only animals in need, but people in our community too, which is definitely needed in these times. So we are seeing and receiving calls for people that need help, whether it's pet food that they need, whether they can't access pet food, whether things have changed with their employment situation, where they are having trouble affording pet food. We're seeing situations where, people are out of their homes, perhaps because they're ill, or they have family members that are ill or need to be cared for. And in these situations, people want to know what are they to do with their animals. So this fund has been established for all of these different situations, and it is so important that we all recognize that it's best for these animals to stay in their homes, and we're going to try to provide these resources and help to make sure that this happens. So our call center, if people are needing to reach out, our call center, you can call 310 SPCA. And this is all very new to us, but we do have folks available to chat with you and discuss your individual situation and see where we can help and where we can provide resources. So urgentanimalcarefund.ca. You can also learn more information, and if you are able to make a donation, no matter how small or large, this is a time when we really need to all come together to help look after these animals and help look after our community too.
Remember to catch up with us at yourtv.tv for all of our COVID-19 coverage and full-length interviews. I'm Tiana Tierney. Thanks for watching.